Well, good morning and happy Wednesday, and welcome to the Network Marketing Training Video Hangout for Swiss Gold Global, number, I think, 72? I don't remember. But anyway, welcome everybody to the call, and I'm happy for all of you that are here to participate. Joined by Paul, who I'll turn this over to in just a minute. And I just want to start off this hangout by just pointing out the fact that energy and frequency is everything, and it's important, I think, for our team and our downline and even the people that have sponsored us into the organization, our upline, to come on board and participate with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. 8 a.m. we're here for 20 minutes, and participate and come and join these hangouts to get some momentum going for their day, get some energy stirred up, some excitement about the business, excitement about the day. Me and Paul come on here 3 times a week, and we've been doing this for several months now. And what we discuss, for those of you who are new, who haven't watched one of these hangouts before, we talk about aspects of the network marketing business, how to build your organization. One of the main things we've been focusing on over the last several weeks is the Don Failure book, Own Your Life Plan, Own Your Life, the 45-second presentation. This right here is our networking model. This is our system. This is our guide. This is what we'll be getting into today. And another thing we like to talk about here is just concepts that have to do with personal development, personal growth, business strategies, everything along the lines and everything that it takes to be successful and build the proper mindset and have balance in your life. You know, if you're participating and coming and watching these hangouts, it's a way to activate your mind, get enthusiastic about the day, and get your week started. So welcome, Paul. Welcome, everybody joining us. And why don't you say good morning to these fine people?
Good morning, everybody. And you know what, John, did you know that when you take out the sleeping time and the working time and the commuting time and the time that it takes to run around and do all the things that you have to do every day, I mean, that right there is crazy. I swear, I went to the store to look for a book yesterday, and 2 hours later I got home. The other day I went to Staples to get a copy of something and send it off at UPS, which is like a half a block away, and it took 45 freaking minutes. It's insane how long it takes to run around and do the things that you have to do every day. But after you subtract out all that time that most people have, like 1, maybe 2 hours of the day for themselves to do the things that they like to do, and even if they had that time or more time, would they have the money to do it? It's crazy. You know that we found a way here, John, that people can own their life, right? And that is by building a home-based business. And that also our system is so simple that anyone can do it. It doesn't involve any selling, and the best part of all, it doesn't take much time either. I don't suppose you might know anybody that'd be interested in something like that, would you, John?
Yeah, in fact, Paul, I know several people, myself included, who'd be very interested in something like that. And you know what? When you put it that way, how easy would it be for me to take what you just said and say that exactly that way to the people that would be interested in something like that? And that's how you basically intro people into a network marketing business. That's called the 45-second presentation that Paul just went over. And you know what? I'm glad that he started off his introduction today with that, because that's leading us right into what that system is that we've discovered. And as I pointed out, we talk a lot on these hangouts about the Own Your Life Plan book, and that book, that is the system. That is what the basis of building a powerful network marketing organization is all about. And I want to point out something that our mentor Jeff Fagin talked about on his Street Smart Business Success call that he did this morning, and that is, he talked about the common phrase or common sense saying that knowledge is power. And think about that for a second. I have a lot of knowledge about building a network marketing business from this book, which we're going to get into the napkin presentation number 5 today. But there's a lot of knowledge to be had in this book, and I've read it. And does that knowledge in and of itself give me power? Common sense says that knowledge is power. But actually, there's nothing about that phrase other than the fact that it's common that represents anything of sense or value whatsoever, because knowledge in and of itself is not power. It only becomes powerful when the knowledge you have is consistent and congruent, and it's applied with a desire to achieve a specific result. Otherwise, there's no power in knowledge whatsoever. What good is knowing something unless you're actually taking what you know and applying it to your life or your business? So with that being said, I want to toss it back over to Paul, and I think we've done plenty of review, Paul, and I think we should just dive right into napkin presentation number 5 and get right into showing people what our system is that we've discovered to make our lives easier. Actually, not just easier, but give us the ability to own our lives. So I'll toss it back to you to give a thought and get us started.
Organized and applied knowledge. No, organized knowledge applied to a chief aim with a definite burning desire. That is power. That is what gets you where you want to go. You know, you want to jump into 6, and I was looking at this morning some of the things in this book, and you know, it's funny because people joining the organization, you know, we give you one of these books. It's because it's your training manual, and you're supposed to read the book and learn the materials that are in here, and that's how you go out and you sponsor people with the information that's in this book. But, you know, there's nothing to say you can't show up at a meeting with your buddy or somebody that you're inviting out that you want to, you know, that you're working from the casual conversation aspect to wait for a position where you can present Swiss Gold Global or present the ooh, I'm doing that again. A lot of us in here, where you can present your material, where you can convert the conversation over into a conversation about network marketing. And there's nothing to say that at that point in time, once you've got your conversation switched over and you've directed it kind of towards network marketing, there's nothing to say you can't reach down in your bag and pull out this book. Read right from the book. You don't have to be perfect. You're new at this. You're telling them you're new at this right from the beginning, but it's awesome and you're excited about it. And you can go right from the book and say, look, this is your training manual right here, and this is what it says. And you can read them the 45-second presentation right out of the book. I mean, there's nothing to say you can't cheat. And that's how easy this is. We like to cheat. I mean, you go right to the book and look in here and have some fun and pull out, you know, other pages. I really start going crazy with the highlighting. So I got a whole bunch of stuff in here. I can just flip page to page and jump and just say, hey, you know, here's the 5 different ways that selling product, how marketing works. There's 5 different methods of marketing, and these are what they are. I can read this right out of the book to the guy. Who's going to care? I don't have to know all this stuff. It's in here. Your upline knows it. Bring them in. Cheat all you want in this business, and you're going to get and be successful. That's what makes it so easy.
And fun.
Yeah, we have a good time with this.
Oh, you tossed it back to me. I apologize, Paul. No, absolutely.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because, you know, like I say, it's so easy to get hung up on the fact that, oh, I gotta know all this stuff, and if I don't say the right things, and what if I forget to say this, if I don't do this in the right way, blah blah blah. Who cares? Pick up the book and read out of it. Cheat, my friends. Have a good time.
Well, you know what? Another great aspect to this business is, as Paul said, you don't have to be perfect. And one of the things that we've talked about over the last several weeks is that when you begin network marketing, you're in a training phase. You have to learn this business, but you don't have to wait to know everything before you go out and get started. The whole point of the system is to go out and get started and begin by just sharing your enthusiasm about the products, about the system with your friends and your family, and creating your list and talking to people about it and getting familiar with the training manual, calling your upline and asking questions. And you know what, that actually leads us into what I kind of wanted to talk about today is, falling back on your upline to help you, to answer your questions. Paul even said, when you go out to meet with a prospect that kind of checked out the things and you've introduced them to the concept and the system, and now they want to know more and they want to sit down with you, call your upline in. Have them sit down with you, with your prospect, and train you right there on the spot how to do these presentations. And as Paul said, if you've got someone who's interested and you're talking about network marketing with them and you've got a copy of the book and you pull it out and you start reading right from there, like Paul said, who's going to care? Because they're not buying anything but you. If you're enthusiastic and excited about what you're doing and what network marketing is, that's what people are going to thrive off of. That's what people are going to buy into. It's you and your excitement and your enthusiasm about it. And, getting into this next napkin presentation, it's assuming that you've already begun to build your foundation, to dig down to bedrock, as we talked about with napkin presentation number 4. You've found now your 5 serious people, and now you yourself are ready to start getting serious about this business. So one of the things that is another common phrase is people saying, oh, when my ship comes in, everything will be great in my life. And then the pessimist, he's the kind of guy that will say, with any luck, when my ship comes in, I'll be off and going to the bathroom or at a bus stop or busy at work when my ship comes in. But you know what? Let me ask you this question. Paul, do you have any family members that when they pass away, they're going to leave you millions of dollars to retire on?
Well, he already passed away and I got squat.
Well, yeah, and that's most people. So obviously, if you're living your life waiting for that ship to come in, if you're the average person, well, that ship's never coming in, okay. Well, the next thing people do is they say, my plan is I've got this great job, I'm going to work the next 30 to 40 years, I've got a pension plan, I've got my Social Security, and when I retire, my ship will finally come in, and I can stop working, and I can go visit the world and do all the things I want to do. Well, there's something wrong with that plan also, because it is a fact that 95% of people who work those 30 to 40 years, and when they retire and they get their Social Security and their pittance of a pension, they're making less than half, generally a third, of the income they were making while they were working. And guess what? That income wasn't enough while they were working to do the things they want. How is it going to be enough now that they've got all this free time? So again, their ship hasn't come in that route either. Well, with network marketing, our ships really can come in. Network marketing is often referred to as the 4-year career. Because if you follow this system and you understand everything that we've talked about in the previous Hangouts, and if you're joining us and you haven't seen them or read the 4 chapters, you might be a little lost here, but go back, review, and get caught up to where we're at. And, for the people that in network marketing, the reason it's called a 4-year career is because once you've decided you're going to get serious about the business and you've found your 5 serious people and you start working with them and understanding the concepts and the system, it's going to take some time to really build and snowball the amount of passive income that you're going to have off this business. But you know what? Were you willing to take time over the next 4 years to create a life of abundance that's going to give you a lot more passive income and financial freedom than working the next 30 to 40 years to have financial freedom on a third of the income you were making while you were working? I'd rather take the 4-year career, as most people would. And because of that ability of network marketing, you really can have your ship come in. And unless Paul wants to throw something in, or should I keep going, Paul? Or do you want to show the picture for the next segment of this napkin presentation?
Well, actually, I want to double back because you mentioned something in here that up until now in your business that you have been going through your sort of training program. That I just want to express that, first of all, your training program is obviously a learn by doing training program. That is during this time of these first 4 napkin presentations and the first 5 chapters of this book. I know you're hot and heavy to jump into number 6 here, John, but I really think that it's key important at this juncture in time to really, I know we kind of did this on Monday as well too, but I just really want to pound it in at how important these first 4 chapters are, how our 5 chapters are, and the first 4 napkin presentations are, because this is actually the core of what network marketing really is these first 4 chapters. It's teaching and training, and it's all about sponsoring and being there for your people. It's not about, recruiting. That's what most quote network marketing or MLMs, they even use that term. We want you to go out and recruit people into this organization, and they have it set up where you just run out there and you have to bring in all these people, and you're just like, hey, sign up, sign here, pay your money, good luck, see you later, bye, I got to go recruit more people. That's not network marketing. Network marketing, the key to this is these first 4 chapters. The key to this is sponsoring. The key to this is being there, excuse me, being there for the people that you're bringing into your organization to help them build their business just like you're building your business. Without that, you're destined to failure because you're just running around bringing people into the organization they're supposed to be doing, and the attrition rate for recruits versus sponsors is so high. It's amazing. I mean, I don't know what the numbers is, but I could probably easily say 80% of recruits will sign up, use the product, couple of months, have no idea how to do anything in this business, and they're gone. And everything that you worked so hard to bring that person into your organization all goes for naught because you weren't there to help them learn how to do this and work this business, and they're down the road, doing something else, and now you've disgusted them, you've turned them off to MLM and network marketing for the rest of their life. Now they have a bad taste in their mouth over this. So not only have you, done them a disservice by bringing them into the organization and not being there for them to support them and to help them build their business, but you've also, basically kind of ruined any chances of their future opportunities of getting into this type of a situation of a business where in reality about is probably one of the only chances that most people have to make something in this life, honestly, is network marketing. There's so many people out there that have no clue how to do or how to start or how to work a business or do anything but go out there and work their job. And this is like one of the only ways, because it's so simple, to get started into something that can actually literally change your life and bring you the financial freedom that is, the American dream. Heck, forget the American dream. It's the dream of every human being on this planet. And so I just really want to pound home how important these first 4 chapters are and how important it is that this is your training period, your training of learning by doing, and with the help of your sponsor that you're out there, getting this information into yourself on a cellular level, but also transferring it through you and into the people that you're going to sponsor into the business, that you're going to be there for, that you're going to help them build their business. So, like I said, before we kind of move on, John, I really kind of
actually
pound that home.
Paul, you know what? Actually, what Paul had just mentioned there really is have some of those concepts you brought up about working with your people actually play perfectly into really what this fifth napkin presentation is all about. Because the
Hmm.
5 serious people you find, now that you found them, you're going to want to work with these people rather than go and, all right, I found 5 serious people. Great. I'm going to leave them on my own and I'm going to go run around and find more people. That is actually the core of what this napkin presentation number 5 is all about. I'm going to show the picture from the book. You imagine yourself standing on shore here, Paul, and you got these 3 ships. You got these 3 ships right there coming in the shore. You've got your gold ship filled with gold. You got your silver ship filled with silver. And then what's that say right there, Paul? You got a what kind of ship?
Empty.
Empty ship. So you're waiting on shore. I bet most people want their gold ship to come in, right?
Yeah,
You
I
want your
would.
gold ship to come in. Well, that's basically how we refer to the people we're sponsoring into our organization. We have the gold ships. Obviously, that's the ones that really are enthusiastic about the business and are going to take it and run with it. Everybody comes in the organization as a silver ship, the potential to turn to gold. But those ships also have the potential to become empty ships. And as Paul said, this is a business about working with people. So you want to start treating everybody when they come into your business as a silver ship, and you want to work with them to help turn them to gold ships. But if they're just becoming an empty ship, meaning that they're hard to motivate and they're negative, you know what? Let that ship stay at sea. And basically what Paul said there is about working with people within your organization and building relationships. And that's the key to this thing. But just one little step further, and then I'm going to turn it back to Paul to end us, and we can get further into this chapter. But you led perfectly into it, Paul, because it is about working with people. And the tendency is to work with that people have in this business is to work with the empty ships because they want those to convert those people to silver and gold. But you know what? You've got to know who within your organization is worth your time to work with and build relationships with. You want to build relationships in this business, that's key, but you want to build relationships with the right people. And the tendency is, all right, I've got a gold ship. I've got a great serious guy. You leave him on his own and he goes out there and he fails. Why? Not because he lacks the enthusiasm, not because he lacks the ability, but he's lacking you training him about the system and pointing the ship in the right direction. And there's a saying is that the wind only blows in favor of a ship that has direction. So you know what? You want to apply your time and your efforts and fill the sails of that gold ship with wind and get them pointed in the right direction and work with your gold ships over your empty ships. So it's about relationships, building them, but also understanding which relationships are worth building and which ones are a waste of your time. And that's basically what this napkin presentation is in a nutshell, which Paul led into perfectly. And I'm going to toss it over to him. Final thought and close us out.
Yeah, so we will definitely get into that on Thursday. We'll dive in. We'll hit chapter 6, or napkin presentation number 6 hard. And just remember that, like John says, the gold ship is who you want to be spending your time with. These 4 chapters that we've gone through, the basics here, like I said, that is your training program. That is where you're building yourself and you're building your organization at the same time. That's what's cool about network marketing. You're doing both. You're training yourself and you're building your your own network or your own organization at the same time. So you're gaining knowledge while you're building, which is generating you the dollars that you came here to get in the first place. And from here on out with these presentations, really, like John says, this is sort of the separation point where we talked about you getting in and you training, and now we're going to talk about how you've got your organization started I mean, even if you've only got one person in your organization right now, these napkin presentations moving forward are how to work with these people. So this is building upon what you've started. You've put the foundation together with these first four, and now you've pretty much hit the bedrock with these first four, and now we're taking that skyscraper and we're going up. So with that, oh universe, I ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever end I might desire. And with that, everybody, have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow on the Open Mastermind, and we'll be back here on Friday to get into the fifth napkin presentation of working with the organization that you've built in